You're listening to Men of Abundance, episode 115. It is Pay It Forward Aloha Friday, and today I'm going to ask you to question your integrity.
Welcome to Men of Abundance, the podcast for those looking to level up their lives by hanging out with some of the greatest leaders and established professionals in our community, living a life of integrity, honor, and the abundance mentality. Prepare to pay it forward with your host, former Army medic turned lifestyle entrepreneur, Wally Carmichael.
Aloha, Men of Abundance. It is glad to be back. It has been much too long since I've had the chance to do this Pay It Forward Aloha Friday for you guys. And I'm telling you right now, today is one of those days. It is a light drizzle. You may know if you listened to episode 114, I kind of hinted to it. I am no longer living on the beach. I'm now living up in the mountains in Manoa on the same island of Oahu. But it is absolutely gorgeous up here, and there's a cool breeze blowing through the house. It's a slight drizzle outside, that kind of misty rain that I like to run in. I love to run in that type of misty rain. The birds are out, the parrots are singing. It's just absolutely a gorgeous morning, and this is one of those mornings that I would just love to get out and get my workout done, come back, take a shower, sit around the house and drink some coffee, but I can't do that because I've got things to do. And that's part of what I am talking to you about today, which is a lack of integrity. More specifically, our lack of integrity throughout the day. And as I was thinking about this, I was thinking back to a story that I heard a speaker talk about, and I can't remember who it was, but he asked the entire audience, there might have been 200 people in this audience, and he said that he had asked this multiple times in various audiences, and the result was always the same. He always asked one of the traits that he felt that more people were lacking in the workplace, and this was specifically in the workplace. And almost unanimously, the most common answer was lack of integrity, or people lacked integrity. And that's what they thought about their coworkers. And when he asked this of the audience, most people raised their hands and said, yes, they agreed with that. But then when he asked the same question, well, do you have integrity? Are you a person of integrity? And of course, most of the people in the audience believed that they were people of integrity, that they personally had integrity. And you have to kind of question that. If so many people think that of their coworkers that they lack integrity, then many of these people probably are in the same boat. They fall into that same category, right? So let's look at this word integrity. Let's see what it means, and let's see really the definition of it, and then we'll get a little bit more into this word integrity and what it means to you and why I'm questioning our integrity, your integrity, my integrity. So here a definition that I'm reading says, the quality of being honest and having strong moral principles, moral uprightness. And the second one is a state of being whole and undivided. So it's really the first one that I really want to focus on, which is the quality of being honest and having strong moral principles, moral uprightness. Now, many of you, and I know this personally because I've known quite a few of you for a while, some of you anyway, and I don't know how many more people are listening to the show, but I know many of you have integrity when it comes to your word towards someone else. If you tell someone that you're going to be somewhere or do something, then generally you're there. And that's part of the reason why I love mastermind groups, and I love the idea of having like a workout partner or a business partner or somebody to hold you accountable, because just by you having that partner, that other person that you're accountable to, then you have enough integrity to know I won't be there for myself, but I'll be there for somebody else. And therein lies the issue. Therein lies the problem that I'm talking about today. I'm not talking about your lack of integrity towards other people. I'm talking about lack of integrity towards yourself. You know, when you get on an airplane, and I've been flying quite a bit over the last couple of weeks, and it just reminds me of this because it's right at the top of my head, but when you get on a plane, they always tell you put your oxygen on and then put your child's oxygen on second, because you have to take care of yourself first. If you pass out, then you can't help anybody else. So take care of yourself first. This is the same thing. You are lacking the integrity and you're being dishonest to yourself. You've told yourself that you're going to do certain things. You've told yourself that you're going to take this next step in your business. You've told yourself that you're going to take this next class or do what it is that you need to do to get that promotion. or to take care of yourself, take care of your health. You've told yourself that you're going to wake up every single morning and the first thing you do is drink a tall glass of water, then start your workout, then do your meditation. I'm talking about myself. This is my morning routine. But even I get off of my morning routine. And in that point in time, when I do that, I'm not being loyal and honest to myself. My lack of integrity to myself is slowing down my personal progress and where I want my family to be in the next year. So I have to have that integrity to, number one, be loyal and honest with myself. I have to be honest with where I'm at in life. I have to be honest with where I want to be. And I have to be honest with the things that I want to do. And then I have to have enough integrity to write out a plan, follow my calendar, do what I say I'm going to do for myself. Now, aside of those dire emergencies where you need to help a friend, like I know many of you have dropped what it is that you're doing over the last month or so to help your neighbors in need with the hurricane that hit Texas, then the hurricane that hit Florida, and most recently the hurricane that hit Puerto Rico. I'm not talking about that kind of stuff. Absolutely 100%. You stop what you're doing if you have the opportunity to help people in need. But I'm talking about these little frivolous things that somebody calls you and says, hey, you want to meet for coffee? And the only time that they can meet is like right in the middle of a time that you have on your calendar that is going to move you forward personally. And you compromise that. You say, yeah, I got time for that. I got time for you to go just have a general conversation about I don't know what, and spend time with you and have coffee with you. Don't get me wrong, these connections are important and they're cool, but you really have to stick to your plan. Be honest with yourself. Have that personal integrity to do what it is that you said you're going to do. You have to do the same thing with your immediate family. If you happen to work from home, or if you're building something from home and while you're still working like a side hustle, and you have your set times that you're doing your work on your business, on your side hustle, and your kids come in, they have to know that that is your time to do what you need to do. Then you have to have the same honor and integrity to give them their time when you told them it is their time. To go to the park, play games, play Minecraft with them, whatever it is that you do with your kids or your spouse, give them that time, undivided time. If you're with them and the phone rings and it's an important client or an opportunity, listen, that's not that person's time. That time belongs to your kids or your family or whatever the case may be. All right? So think about this. Think deep about it. Right after this podcast, just listen quietly, sit quietly, and think about your integrity. Is your integrity holding you back from being where you want to be financially, physically, emotionally, relationships? Is your personal integrity holding you back? Hey, I'd love to hear your comments. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are on this subject. If you're listening to this podcast online, then you can just leave your comments right down below. Or if you're in our private Facebook group, you can leave a comment over there in the Facebook group. Men, you can get access to our private Facebook group over at menofabundance.com/members. And ladies, this will also be posted at facebook.com/menofabundance, and you can comment there. I'd love to hear your comments as well. Now, before I close out today, I want to thank those of you who are leaving ratings and reviews for Men of Abundance. That helps us get found in the search engines and on iTunes specifically. I greatly appreciate that. One of the most recent 5-star reviews is from Scott Beebe. Scott says, Wally is naturally curious. Boy, there's no doubt about that. He goes on to say, it takes loads of work, planning, diligence, and thoughtfulness to start and lead a podcast that serves the rest of us. Really proud of what Wally is building and how he is forcing us to reconsider our mindset towards abundance. Scott, I truly appreciate that. And for the rest of you who would love to leave a rating and review, you can just go over to menofabundance.com/podcast, and right under any one of the podcast players there on the show, you can click on iTunes, click on Android, click on whatever button pertains to you, and leave a rating and review. It's really that simple. And when you leave your rating and review there, I'll give you a shout out, because it really is very important for the show that we get more ratings and reviews, and share this with everybody that you come in contact with. Now, go out and live your life of abundance, and make sure to pay it forward.